All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone, here to this live session where I'm going to share with you the process to reaching $10,000 in 15 days without making a course, right? And yeah, so that's what I'm going to cover today. So, when I say that without making a course, the reason I say that is because we use this concept, which is we sell before we create. So instead of building a course and spend so much time creating, sections of the course, how to do this, how to do that, and then going and attempt to sell it, this way of doing is we're gonna build an offer, we're gonna sell it first, and then we create either the course, or it can be a coaching, it can be even an affiliate product, a high ticket affiliate product, right? So yeah, just so making a course, it's not required, and this is a shift that happened to me, that I learned, this new method, which is sell before you create. That way, you can test the market. You can test if what you are selling works or not. Now, how would you reach $10,000 in 15 days? How is that even possible? One, so the way to achieve this, and I want to, of course, there's a lot that goes into this, but I want to keep it simple. Um, but it really depends at what stage you are. But the way we reach $10,000 is with a high ticket offer. Okay, because if you are selling a low ticket item, you would need to make loads of sales to get to $10,000, right? As if you have a high valuable, high ticket offer, you only need a couple of sales to make thousands of dollars. And that is, so to make $10,000, if you have a 2K offer, you only need to make 5 sales, and that equals to $10,000, right? So that's step number one, is just getting the mindset that okay, we're gonna go for a high ticket item. Now it can be an affiliate product. Here at the World Digital Marketing Academy, what we do is we teach people how to build an offer, and launch that offer. And this is so let me pull back a little bit how it happens. Let me pull and tell you the process of how this happens. So the first thing is you need to be clear on who you're going to help, right? You need to be very clear, and before even that, you need to your mindset needs to be on point. You need to have a goal. You need to be clear on where you're going, um, and you want to have that motivation. Then you want to do some market research. You want to know who you're going to help, how you're going to help them, right? And then once you see how can you help people, right? Then we come to a stage which is like, what transformation will you provide? What is something that you will provide to people that will take them from point A to point B? What transformation will you provide to them, right? And this transformation, it is an offer that you will then build it. You build that offer, you stack that offer, and that's a very, very valuable offer that you stack. And then you go, and within 15 days, you go and you attempt to sell that that in you attempt to sell that. Now, how would you go about selling, right? Because there's to sell a high ticket item, it really, the best way to do it is over a phone call. And uh, and uh, that's why I also teach how to do sales calls at the World Digital Marketing Academy. It's so hot in here. And so that is the best way. And now it really depends at what stage you are. But let's say you have a TikTok account, you have maybe a Facebook account and you've been building your Facebook account, you have a couple of people that follow you, or maybe you are on YouTube, or you have an email list, or right, you have some sort of traffic already, you have eyeballs already into you. And so that is the traffic source, and there's so many traffic sources, and I have videos walking you step by step on how to attract clients, people into you. Then once you have that traffic coming in, that could be to social media, organic traffic, right? um, Once you have that traffic and those eyeballs there, the next step is we want to bring these people to a community, and this is where the magic happens, because this community is a pool of people that are qualified, not qualified yet, but in this Facebook community you should have a couple of questions like, where are you at this moment? Where are you at your current state right now, your stage, where are you at? Then where do you want to go? Do you want to where are you trying to do? And when they answer these questions, and also another good question is, would you like me to reach out to you, yes or no? And depending on their answers, there's proper ways to follow up with these people and book appointments. And when you book these appointments through your Facebook group, and there's a process to do this, but in a nutshell is basically you're connecting with people, you're finding out about their pain points, and you're inviting them to a call. And on this call, you are presenting your high ticket offer, but not just presenting in a way that, okay, here's this, buy this. No, that's not how you do it. There's a proper way to do a sales call, right? And so you only need a few sales to make $10,000. And that's the case for me and for many of our students, that you only need a couple of sales to make thousands and thousands of dollars. You don't need a lot of sales. If you have a 5K offer, you only need 2 sales to make $10,000. Now, how would you build a high valuable offer that costs $5,000? Then that's something you would actually need to do, right? But just to show you that so once you have that community going on, then you have your Facebook group. So you have the eyeballs, your traffic sources, like you're building content organically and you're attracting people into your Facebook community. Once they are in this Facebook community, the next thing is it's a nurturing process. So everybody that joins the group, there's actually a process to book calls as they join based on their answers. There's actually a way to do this. But then there's other ways where you're reaching out to them on the DMs. And that's how you're really learning about where they're at, where they want to go. And then you are bringing them into a call so you can understand more about them and see if they are qualified for this transformation that you're about to provide them. And then because you have only 15 days to go ahead and launch that offer and sell it within 15 days, it's like a race. You're going and you want to try to communicate to as many people as possible during these 15 days and bring them into a call and present. If your offer makes sense, you then present your offer, a no-brainer offer. And because it's through a sales call, and it's because the process the sales calls is so well, the process of it, like, it makes sense. People see the value of your offer once you understand them clearly and they can see you can help them and you have a proper solution for their problem. It's a no-brainer. They say yes to it. And that's how you can really get to the money as fast as possible, is really helping. And the best way to really help somebody, in my experience, is to actually coach them one-on-one or in a group setting, because that there you can help them directly into their issues that they're having right now. And so the process, so there's a lot that goes into this, and but I want to make it simple for you to understand, because this thing might seem complex, but it's so simple. all you're doing is you're stacking an offer and you're bringing it into the marketplace. You build excitement in your Facebook community around your offer. You build real scarcity. You add and you make a content bringing value to your lead, and then you present your offer on the live call, right? And then you're connecting with these people on the group. You're bringing people, and that is the process. It's so simple, yet it seems sometimes complicated, because when I come here online and I talk about lots of things and I go deep on them, there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of skills that are required for this to work properly. Because how would you position yourself? How would you stack your offer, right? How do you book calls? How do you actually conduct a professional call that is so well conducted that the person on the other side can see that you really care about them, and if you see that you can help them, and you present your offer in a way that it's a no-brainer to them, and they have to say yes to get what you're saying, or else they don't get it. Like, it's a no-brainer for them, they say yes. And so that is kind of the process. So simple. Somebody is browsing on, let's say, YouTube. They watch one of my videos. They click on it. They click on the description. I tell them to join my Facebook community, where I provide tons of free value. They join the Facebook community. Once they join, I ask qualification questions so I know where they're at, and where they want to go. Based on these answers, I can then start a proper conversation with them. And because I know where they want to go, and if I know I can help them, I invite them into a call as the conversation goes on. Then on the call, I learn about them. I present my offer. It's a no-brainer. It makes sense to them. They see the value. Boom. They make the purchase. They pay on the phone. We get to onboarding call, and then boom, I have a 6-month coaching with them and helping them. Boom, I've just closed a high-ticket sell, right? Just closed, say, $4,000, $5,000 in one single call, right? So, and the price point, it really depends on the value of your offer, right? But just to give you that idea that this is the process that it takes. Somebody's watching you, they join the Facebook community, and then you bring them into a phone, and that's how you can proper help somebody on the phone, right? Because doing high ticket is very hard to sell a high ticket item through a conversation, a simple DM conversation. It's quite hard because people don't see, they cannot see the value enough on a simple DM. Well, it's possible, and it does work. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's possible. It's not as effective as if you were doing a sales call. Okay, so of course, to make $10,000 in just 15 days, it's so possible that sometimes it might look like a big number for you, but I want you to kind of step back a little bit and think that that don't be like that. No, it's $10,000 is not a big number. And by the way, there's people that actually pay other people $10,000 for them to help them with something. $10,000 is not something crazy if it's the value is there, if the transformation is there, and if it's a coaching, if it's something valuable. Because nowadays what I see online is a lot of people they sell courses and with no coaching at all, and this is what kind of gets people stuck, because they start doing stuff and then all of a sudden they get blocked somewhere and they need to unlock themselves and they don't know what to do next. And that's why there's a coach that is there to see where that person is and say, hey, okay, the best route is this one. This is where you should go. And then the person moving to that route will see results because the coach has done it. He knows what he's done it. He knows exactly what you need to do in order to get that. Right. So it's a different ballgame. And by the way, when you stack your own offer and you're selling something that is yours, it's much easier to sell as if you were to sell something that is of somebody else's, because you cannot control what will happen afterwards they pay. You cannot, for instance, if you're promoting Legendary and you're recommending them to buy the high ticket item of legendary. You recommend they go and buy it, and then what next? They just buy it, and then will they have success? I mean, you're not sure because you're not part of the program. You're just recommending it. So maybe you could help them on the side, but still, it's it's not as effective if you have your own program, your own offer. Then and you are selling and you are providing that offer to people. You are offering that you have more control over the everything, the way, just everything, because you have more control indeed, because you are the one helping the person, right? So that's reaching $10,000 in 15 days. It's a mindset shift as well. You need to know what to do. You need to know what to do at every step of the way. You need to be clear and just take those actions. And then within those 15 days is you got to go all out and strive to get on the phone with people and do a professional sales call. That's how you're going to close high ticket sales. That's how you do it. And you won't. And by the way, I remember when I first did this, the first was the second person. No, it was the first one. The first person, I ended up working with her, but I didn't close on the first call. But the first person that I had the call, my mentor told me too that on the first call, make a custom plan for that person, meaning based on what that person needs. Because at the time I was teaching affiliate marketing, and based on what they need, try to make a custom plan for them. And I did just that. And the person, I didn't close that deal, but the person was very interested. And then the second call I had, I closed my first high ticket deal, and that's when my mind just exploded exploded in a way that I was like, wow. I was charging 50 euros a month to teach people how to do Builderall. And now with just one single sell, I've 20x that. And it took me exactly the same amount of time. It was fast. It was fast. And so just to show you the power of this, once you do it once, you can do it over and over and over again. And this process, it's for me, it's like, it's the ultimate way to test the market, to test something, to test a product, because you see the market, you see people's problems, you find out about your passions, how you can help people, because you can just be a little bit ahead of somebody and you can coach them, you can help them, right? And stack an offer that is very valuable and show to that person. Now, when I say stack an offer, I'm not saying, okay, stack an offer, but like, you don't want to go out there and say, oh, people, here's my offer and this costs this amount of money. No, you don't want to say that. You should never say a price of your offer before you know that person is very qualified for what you have. So you should never, ever sell something to somebody that you know you cannot help. So that's very, very important. To never reveal pricing on your live presentations, on even on the DMs. It is something that is done on the phone because there's a proper way to do this effectively, which is through a sales call. And we teach this deeply how to do it. But getting $10,000 in 15 days without making a course is so possible. I've done it 3 times, and I mean, I just repeat the process. It just works. It just works, and it's quite simple. It's so simple. I stack an offer. I bring it into market. I build excitement around it. I bring people into my community. I start a conversation with them, and I bring them on the phone so I can see if I can better help them, and I close deals because people see the value of my offer, and the transformations also have testimonials and everything. But even if you have no testimonials at all in the beginning, you can still test the market and go and get to 10K within 15 days. Totally possible. Actually, it's not something out of this world. It's something very attainable. If you just follow a system, a system that is proven to work, right? And the system that I teach is very simple, and I have videos showing you. There's a video on YouTube, the client acquisition system that we use, and there how to turn a cold lead that doesn't know you at all and turn that lead into a customer, a paid client. And the way you do this is there's a process to doing this. So they watch your video, we bring them into the Facebook community or not, but the goal is to get them into the community so that we can nurture this lead. We can help them as much as possible. And when this happens, and when you build people in your group, you only need 10 to 20 nurtured leads to make thousands of dollars. So it's a process, right? It's a process. Now, to building your offer and stacking your offer and making market research, defining your avatar and doing mission statements, all that stuff that is required for you to be clear on what you're going to help people with. That's something that is very important. And without that, it can be hard. And that's why a lot of people just go for affiliate marketing, because it's easy, right? Just grab a product, promote, right? It's easy, just grab a product, promote. But then yeah, and it's nothing wrong with that. Affiliate marketing is great. I love it. We actually teach as well. It's something that I freaking love it, but nothing compared as if you would build your own product. It's something totally more valuable to the marketplace, more valuable to you. You can control it. It's really powerful. And that's what I highly recommend if you want to get to $10,000 in just 15 days, is you building your own transformation, your own unique transformation that only you have it. Have some sort of competitive advantage that on other people, and focus on something, on a big problem that people want to solve, right? That's pretty much it. You only need a few qualified leads to really make $10,000 in 15 days. It's not like you need a lot of traffic for it, right? So yeah, and here it is. Look, this right here. Let me show you this right here. So as you can see over here, let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this. Okay. I love this thing right here. I actually came up with this. I didn't saw this anywhere. I built it just like this. Long time ago. So this is interesting. So what happens is, this is basically how people go from being on YouTube, maybe on TikTok, Reels, Facebook, email broadcast. So this is you're attracting leads into your system, and this can be made in so many ways. You can use many ways to get people into your Facebook community, right? There's so many ways you can do this. Once they are in your Facebook community, this is your nurturing place. This is where everything starts. So once they join the community, that's when the engagement starts, right? And because qualifying questions and everything, then we have the DMs, very important part. And as we go more deeper into the middle, that's where the money is. The money, it's in the center right here. So what happens is, we're taking people from cold leads all the way to the middle, to the money. And so look how fast this happens. Somebody is watching on TikTok, and they follow me. So I would go on TikTok, and I would literally, I'm actually going to go on TikTok right now. I would literally say something along these lines. Let's say somebody follows me on TikTok. So they follow me on TikTok, start following me. And by the way, and then let me grab. Okay, let me grab my phone so I can give you an actual example of how this process is like. Of course, there's many ways you can do this, but just to give an example of a simple way of how a lead coming from anywhere. And by the way, all traffic sources are good. You just need to have a proper system to convert these traffic into leads, because that's what I was missing too. Okay, so for instance, somebody's watching you on TikTok, right? They're watching you on TikTok. They follow you, they start following you, and then what do you want to do? What I do is I send them a message right away. They start following me, I send them a message like this. Okay, so I say, for example, this guy, Chamkur, start following me. I followed him back, and I say, hey, Chamran, thank you for following me. If there's anything I can help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out, right? By the way, what prompted you to follow my content? What prompted him to follow my content? They say, oh, I'm also into learning how to build my own coaching business, whatever it is, I'm trying to make money online, whatever it is. And then will say, hey, I have this community where I provide tons of free training on that. Definitely we value to you. I would love you to have him in there. Would you like to join? Then boom, they join the Facebook community because I ask qualifications questions. I know even more about them. And then of course there's things that go into this, like tracking conversations and all of that, so that you can go back to that person and follow up and everything. But so they join the Facebook community. Once they're there, we are on the DMs with them. We bring them on the call, right? And that's boom, we close the deal because it makes sense to them. The offer is clear. It makes sense to them. They're a good fit for it, and boom, you close the deal. So that's how the process go. It's so simple. It's quite simple. Now, of course, you need to have the system in place in order for this to happen, and you need to just follow the system in order to close more high-ticket deals. And so this is the process: content, nurturing, call, boom. And so that's why, like, if you were to start today, what's like my mentor says, the income generating activity is sales calls and DMs. So because DMs gets people on sales call, and sales calls generate revenue and help people. So these two places right here is where the money is. Of course, the group is for you to start nurturing and helping that person. And then of course you want to have the traffic as well here. But this is like where the magic happens, is over here. Because once you have a couple of people in your Facebook community over here, then you can follow up with these people. So you wouldn't need to grab new people here. You always have people here that already in the group, so you could follow up with these people, right, and get them into a phone call. And so this is kind of the process. It is the process. It's so quite simple. See, I got the vegan shirt today. Yeah. And also to getting to 10K in 15 days, it's like you want to launch your offer, you want to give yourself 15 days to attempt to sell it online, and just really track and try to strive and to communicate and have conversations with people, because that's what really generates calls. It's conversations. Traffic, of course, you want to have the traffic, eyeballs coming in, which for that you build content organically and attract your ideal customer. And then it's all about building relationships. And this process that I was showing here, it's all about building relationships. We're attracting them, and then we start the relationship right here on this middle, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. Now, of course, there's a lot that goes into this, and that's why we at the World Digital Marketing Academy, we have a 6-month program where we lock arms with you and we teach you how to do this step by step, each step of the way, so that you don't feel lost, right? um, and yeah, so making $10,000 in 15 days, even $20,000, uh, it's not something out of this world. It's for me in the beginning when I started, it was out of this world for me. Making $10,000, it was something that I thought to myself it would be really hard, and indeed it would be, because when I was promoting low ticket items, myth ticket, I would need to make a lot of sales to make $10,000. Now I only need to make a couple of sales to make $10,000. So it's not right. A couple of sales, only a few sales. So the way you get to $10,000 in 15 days is you make a few sales only. Um, Now, of course, to make those sales, there's a proper way to do this. There's a proper way to do it, and there's an effective way to do this. Um, but of course, if you have the system in place and you put in the if you put in the work and you follow the system, the formula, there's no way that it's impossible not to work. Impossible, impossible not to work. Um, and so yeah, that's what's up. And just to give an idea of like at the World Digital Marketing Academy, we go deep on things like redefining your self-image in the beginning, because to do anything online and to have success online, number one thing is your self-image and yourself, right? Because for example, for me, um, like in the last few months, I haven't been that productive, and the reason was, and I fixed this, and I'm fixing this actually. Before yesterday, I made a really big decision on in terms of a habit that I had that I quit, and this one habit is was dragging me down, and so my mindset was not on point. Things were not on point, and it's not it has to be your mindset, but your motivation. You need to be in a mood where you are in peace, you are enlightening, you are good, you have energy, you feel good with yourself as well, and you're ready to push things forwards and take action. Because honestly, without action, nothing will happen. But defining your self-image, being clear to where you're at, where you want to go, is very important to know that. And sometimes it's good to do this over and over again throughout your journey, so that it reminds you where you're at and where you want to go, so that you know where you're going. Or else, without having a goal and without knowing where you want to go, it's like you have no motive behind. And also your why you want to do it's very important too. It has to be a strong why. For me, I have many whys, but yeah, and one big why for me is the promise that I made to myself. Between direito. What's sharing? Apologies, guys, my sister. So, so having a big why. Why would you want to do it? Like, there's like, for some people, this is their kids. They want to make sure that they give them the best life. For some people, is they have a family. They want to give. For me, it's this. I want to give back, and I enjoy giving back. One of the things that I enjoy most doing is giving back. And I've told myself when I was a kid that when I grew up, I would have abundance. I would be rich. I would not have money issues anymore. And so I made that commitment to myself back in the day when I was young, and I still am at it, because it's I want bigger results for myself. So it's a lot redefining yourself and finding that motivation to really go. And also, I believe that the man who does not invest in himself, like if you are just to do this alone, it's doable, but you need to put in the work. And I found that when people invest in themselves, they put in the work. They put in the work, and that's why they see results. Um, and it makes a huge difference. But then we go on market research, right? Very important market research. because you want to go deep on the market, see what's going on. How can you help people? What transformation would you provide to people? What offer stack would you bring it up? Offer, and then what offer will you bring to market? And then you need to know about launching that offer. How do you do it? There's a proper strategy to launching an offer. There's a proper way to do this, right? Um, and then if you have no social media platform, if you have no social or organic traffic at all, then you need to start doing that, because that's kind of the first step. And I highly recommend everybody starting from scratch, or even if you're not at 20K a month, I highly recommend you don't go with ads, just organic. It's totally fine. So, start building content. If it's on YouTube, TikTok, short format content, or Facebook, whatever it is. And so you need to go that route. But if you already have the following, then you're ready to just stack your offer and bring it to market and make $10,000 in 15 days. Absolutely, hands down. Not something out of this world. You only need a few qualified leads. So, yeah. And then, of course, there's a lot of nurturing that goes into this, because the money, it's in the follow-up, right? The money, it's in the follow-up, and it really is. And that's something I've learned, that very important. Like, nurturing is such an essential part of this. It doesn't mean that, like, to make $10,000 in 15 days, like, it doesn't mean that you have to nurture a lot, right? You can get a few people excited in the first, second day and make $10,000 in 2 days, right? That's totally possible. It really depends the excitement you bring to the offer, to market, right? And there's ways to do this, right? Building your brand, how to do it, and how to have conversations on Messenger, right? How do you transition from what they answer on the group, based on the answers that they give you on the group? How would you transition to then giving more value to that person, and then transition for a call? How could you do that effectively? And there's many ways you can do this. There's actually 3 ways that I recommend, that I love a lot, and I will go. I'll talk about these ways in a video coming up. Because just your group alone, with people that join your group, if you know what you're doing, you can book calls from there systematically, without even no follow-up at all, just to people that join the group. Because what they answer on the group, and the way you communicate what you say, makes it that people will then book a time with you, because it makes sense. Makes sense for them. There's a reason behind, right? Yeah, and there's a lot that goes into this. It's not just launching your offer and making money. It's more than that. It's actually delivering the transformation that you are promising. What transformation you need to be. That's the part that is exciting for me, is delivering the transformation to that person. Now, not everybody does it. It's right that, like, statistically, most people don't do it. And the reason I find that is because they don't put in the work or action towards the things. But people that do, they see great results with it. And so it's more than that. It's also how you put together how you put together a course, a training. How do you put how you do these things? How you create a course on a platform? How you do it? What to do? Just all these things. That it's a lot of stuff, right? So and you don't have to do this, by the way, in the beginning. I don't recommend. Actually, what I recommend is people stack an offer, and then start by doing the training on a group setting, on a private group setting. And there you're basically, as you go and as you're getting feedback from your students, you're building then a course based on what they need. Because sometimes we think people need something, but in reality, once we get with them, we found out that maybe they need something else, and because they've paid, then you can help them, right? It's such an amazing concept of sell before create. And that's why I say without making a course, because you don't make any course. You first sell your offer. And by the way, when you sell your offer, there's a starting date. So it starts 15 days after or 20 days after. There's a date to start the program. And so that's when people start the program. So you have all these days to go and sell it. And that's what makes it short and concise, and you strive to do as much as you can throughout that time, right? And trust me, once you make your first sell, once you make your first high ticket sell, then it's like it's gonna blow your mind away, because you were like, wow, I just did this, man, I can do this again and again and again and again. And it's really, really powerful. Now, the education business and the education industry is booming, and it will continue to boom, because it's something that is very valuable to the marketplace. And from what I see, um like these people that have programs and that offer, coaching and training as well, and they're walking with you, alongside with you, coaching you and helping you as a mentor and coach. These are the ones that I see the students having the most results. And there's a reason behind this. It's because people don't feel lost, they feel accountable. There's a community, there's a even some people just, and some people for whatever reason, they don't take action because of certain things, maybe because it's timing, uh, but because they are in a community, right? They feel that they need to take action, so they keep small steps, but then things start moving faster. And so it's a different thing. When you go alone and you find roadblocks, normally you tend to go back and not do it and jump into something else, right? And that's normally what happens with people online. Is they try that. Even with me, I've done this multiple times. Tried, quit, do something else, then quit, do something else, quit, do something else. And was when I had a mentor that it was not working, but he told me, okay, do this. And then all of a sudden I did that, and boom, it worked, right? Because he told me what to do at that time. Because it's sometimes it's a roadblock, and that is the only thing that you need to overcome for everything to start working, for things to start rolling. One roadblock can stop you from doing everything. It's like you're going fishing, and if you go with a boat fishing, you go and you are fishing, and you're there for 10 minutes and nothing does it. No fish comes. And then your mentor is there looking at you, and you're like, man, I'm tired of fishing. It's not doing it. And he says, man, the reason you're not getting fish, because you need to use that other thing right there, and you need to do it this way. And then he goes, and boom, all of a sudden, boom, a big fish. Boom, oh, got a fish, right? And then if the mentor was not there to tell him what to do at that time, he would give up, because there was no fish. He was there for like 30 minutes, no fish in there, right? So he would give up, maybe go home, and nothing. So that's normally what happens, is lack of guidance. And that's what we do at the World Digital Marketing Academy. We help you get to where you want to be, not everywhere, because we only can help certain people. We don't help everybody. And so if you want to know if we can help you, there's a link below this video on YouTube. And if you are in the Facebook community, then you can DM me, send me a message. Schedule a time with me, and we can connect and see how, if I can help you, see what I can help you with. And no matter what, it's always a win. This call is always a win for you. No matter what, I will still give you free training and try to help you if we end up not working together for whatever reason. And I'll tell you why. And sometimes person is just not the right fit for it, and it's just I we don't sell something to people that we see that we cannot help. So that's what's up. The link is below the video. Okay. Oh, and I'll leave. This is the URL where you can actually book a time, and you can book either with me and Jim, my partner, or just me. And you actually can choose to talk to either to me or Jim. Which, by the way, Jim is having he's having a 2 or 3 weeks out. He's going to I think is Alabama. Um he's yeah, Jim is traveling, so you have some fun. Because yeah, he's traveling in the U.S. having fun with family, which is great. And so that's what's up, guys. Getting to 10K in just 15 days. It's a lot on mindset too, because you want to move, and when you invest in yourself, and then you put in the work, and you follow the training, you see results. Um, but and you can do it for free as well. You can do it for free. Um, because this information that I teach, it's not rocket science. It's not something out of this world. And by the way, all this information, it's online. You can learn online. Now, the information that people pay for organized information, and that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you step by step on what to do at each step of the way. I'm not giving fluff or things that don't really matter, slow you down. Just give you the steps required for you to get there. So that's the thing. It's organized information that you take action on that information. Is if you were to go online and grab information and just be all over the place and crazy, right? Uh, Hey, we got a comment here from Gabriel Rivera. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you here, Gabriel. I think I saw your comment somewhere. Oh, on YouTube. You're on YouTube. I think I saw your comment. You comment on my video, and thanks. Appreciate that. Where you from, buddy? Gabriel. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's definitely awesome. And just to give an idea, just to give an idea of where I was before, I was I fell in love with affiliate marketing, and affiliate marketing is awesome because you can grab a product and promote it and earn commissions on it. So it's an easy way to promote. I mean, not easy way to promote, but you have the product. The first thing you need is a product, right? And so uh, I would say the first thing you need is a product, though. I would say even before the product, you need to know who you're going to help um, before, and how will you help them, and then look for a product. Because if you have the product and then you base it on the product, people don't buy products just for the sake of buying products. People buy a solution to their problem. So that's why it's important to position it right. And it's not much about the product, because sometimes the product will give people things to do that they don't like. That's why you should not sell the product, because there's things that people kind of don't like. It's not that they don't like. It's like it's the things that is required for them to get to where they want to be. But you sell the benefits. You sell the outcome, and that's where and then they have to do those things to get there. It doesn't mean that, like for instance, oh wow, from South Texas, McAllen, Texas. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Texas, love Texas. Such a great place, country. Texas. Awesome, buddy. Good to see you here, buddy. Gabriel. And so yeah, I was saying that I was doing affiliate marketing, and don't get me wrong, I was making money. I was doing okay, but I had to make a lots of sales to make a little bit of money. Um, for instance, to make $1,000, I would have to make quite some sales. So the product at the time was 50 euros, dollars. So how many sales do I have to make $1,000? Like 25 sales, and making 25 sales in 1 month. Honestly, it's not an easy task. Um, Doable. Just imagine if you make 25 sales of a 3K offer. Let's do the math. 25 sales x. Let's make a 2K offer. Not not too low, not too high. So that's $50,000. $50,000, right? And I have a video actually explaining this about uh, the like the offer, the price point, because you can have a 10K offer and you only need one single sell that takes you 1 hour on the phone to get to 10K. So you only need that one single call to make 10K. And now you'd say, well, who would in his mind give $10,000? Well, people do, because it's a transformation. It's valuable to them. They see the value, they see the transformation, and it can be done for them. It can be something more valuable, like maybe doing content for them. Maybe it's a retainer. They pay monthly, 10K per month to take care of their social media accounts, for example. There's so many ways to 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 an offer to be valuable to people. And if it gets them what they want to build more awareness or they want to get more clients. Uh, it really depends what they want. But yeah, it's yeah. Just to say that high ticket is where it's at. Uh, and yeah, that's how you can really help people in my experience. And it's a big shift for me because I was for a very long time just promoting low ticket items for a very long time, and I was always struggling financially. um, Although I made a lot of sales some months and I did some quite good income, there's months that I was averaging about $4,000, $3,000 on Builder alone that month. So I had to make a lot of sales to make that happen. Now, to make $3,000, now it's easier for me. Um, and also, I feel more, enjoy more the process of charging more, because because also I'm giving more as well. It's not just because I'm going to charge more for the sake of charging more. No, I'm charging more because I want to give more. I want to help people. That's my goal. That's uh, my goal is to get you from where at and getting you making money online. Build your own coaching business online from scratch. How to do it step by step. And I walk you step by step, and it requires time, because nothing. It's not like it requires time, and the only way for me to properly help you is give you time, and not just give you time for the sake of time, but give you time to help you actually, and for you to take action on the things that are required on a specific order and see results from it. And that's why it's more expensive, because it's more valuable. um, and um, and that's awesome. And the good thing about this is, remember that you can sell a high ticket item again and again and again, and not having so much extra work. It can be a scalable model, business model. For example, at the World Digital Marketing Academy, I do have a course training on the back end that teaches people what to do step by step. But then I have the inner circle community, where it's a coaching calls. It's a group coaching calls. So people join the calls. We have group coaching calls. They ask questions, and we go, depending on where they're at and what they need, we'll go that, and we cover those specific things, right? So it's scalable, because I can have as many people as imaginable in the group. Of course, the more I have, the more time would be required. Maybe I'll have more coaches, and at that stage where I have loads of people, I want to have more coaches for time, to give enough time for people. But to show you that you can scale, it doesn't mean that your time will run out. If you do group coaching setting, and there's many ways. There's many ways that you can stack your offer, and ways to position, and ways to deliver your transformation, um, that we cover at the World Digital Marketing Academy. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. And let me put this in your mind. If you think, don't think that making $10,000 in 15 days is hard. It's not hard. The reason it's hard for you if you think that is because you don't know how to do it. You never done it. But trust me, once you've done it, once you do it, once you make your first high ticket sell, then you will be like, wow, wow. Because the thing is, I remember I used to spend time. The same amount of time that I used to spend to sell a 50 euro item is exactly the same time or in between to selling a high ticket item. It's around the same time. So it's just pick and but it's not just pick because sometimes you have to really uh, it really depends on your journey. There's a lot of factors that go into this. That's why mentorship and coaching is so important. It helps tremendous people grow tremendously because of this, because each person is at a different stage. For example, we have a student in our inner circle community. He doesn't have social media accounts, right? He doesn't have a Facebook account. It doesn't. He's starting now on YouTube. He didn't have a YouTube account, so he's creating the accounts. He's creating the groups. He's building a following, right? So if you have no following, of course, if you go organic route, um, and you put yourself out there, right? You need to create those assets and those things. And so somebody that has a following is not going to do that because they already have that. They can improve upon it, but then they go on to the other stuff, which is market research, all that stuff, getting your offer ready to bring it into the marketplace and sell it, right? And so that's that. Um, but in a nutshell, let me get back to this again and kind of give you this idea again, because this is what happens. Because people think, how can I how let's so let's say you have an offer that costs $1,000. That's how much people pay you on the phone. Somebody's watching you on YouTube. Let's go to TikTok, because TikTok is a easy way to get lots of traffic really fast. With TikTok, and by the way, so TikTok, so you do a couple of videos, you do videos, but that's the thing. You're not just gonna do videos. You need to know first what type of videos will you make, because who will you attract? Because that's very important. That's why we do market research and we go deep on stuff, because we want to understand who you're gonna help and why we're gonna help them and how we're gonna help them, so that when we do content, we talk to these people, we talk to their pain points, we talk to their struggles, the things that they tell us about that they're struggling with. We talk about these things, and we attract them because we're talking about them. So we attract them. They perhaps leave a comment, like Gabrielle is leaving a comment saying, "Awesome, he's starting to like my content. He's starting to enjoy what I'm sharing for free. He sees some value on the content. He's watching my video, right? But then perhaps today he's just watching the video. He got some value out of it. Today maybe he doesn't do nothing. But then maybe next week I come into a live and he's again on the live, and this time I say something that and he feels that, okay, I can help him. He sees that, wow, this guy is genuine, he really can help me. Okay, then because I have a call to action on my video, I inviting them to the group, then he would click on that video, on that thing, and join my Facebook community. But when you join the Facebook community, there's questions, right? And so right away I get to know you a little bit better. Then and then there's systems that go into this, but I don't want to go deep on this. But by the way, in the beginning stages, you need no systems. And by the way, you don't need a funnel or a website or nothing to make $10,000 in 15 days. By the way, you only need Calendly.com, which is free software where you can, for people to book appointments, and a Facebook community. That's pretty much all you need. And so Gabriel, for example, so he would join the Facebook community. He's on the inside of my Facebook community, and then I can learn about him, and then I provide training on the Facebook community. He sees more value of mine, and then he decides to book a time with me, or I invite them to book a time with me so I can learn more about him. And then I do a professional sales call. Now, a sales call for me, it's not, I call it a sales call because that's the technical name. But in reality, for me, a sales call, it's not selling. Although it's meant to do that, but for me, it's not selling because I'm not selling. I'm always at every single step of the way asking permission and talking to the person. I do not move forward. It's always with permission, and the person is making the decision. The person is. It's like it's the other person is the one that it's making decisions. Like I'm just helping them see their potential and see where they're at and where they can go. Maybe they didn't know that was possible, right? And so it's a no-brainer for them. They lock arms with me. They see the value of my offer. They lock arms. They pay on the phone, and boom, right? That's how it happens. That's how it happens. That it's so simple. That's it. That's it. That's it. And now you ask yourself, oh, but like in one of these stages, what didn't happen? Like if maybe the person was not joining the group, then you need to fix that. That's the issue you need to fix. Not enough people are joining the group. Then you have an issue where you're not inviting enough people to your group, right? That could be an issue. Then perhaps you do that right. You invite people, they get on the call, but then on the call you're coming up with objections. People have objections. Oh, maybe I can do it right now, or and right. And so you need to know how to overcome objections, and that's why a mentor is there to when you ask these questions and you don't know, he's there to help you solve these things, right? When people say, oh, I need to think about, or I need to talk with my wife, right? There's a proper, you need to kind of like if they say, oh, I want to talk with my wife because I'm not sure, and you could say something like, oh, okay, that's awesome, yeah, how about we schedule another time and you bring your wife and we can so I can show her this, and and that's how you move forward, right? You always want to move forward on the call, and there's a proper way to do this. I teach this on detail, the psychology of a sales call, how to do it step by step, each step of the way, the roadmap, the before, after, just everything, and just that skill alone is worth thousands and thousands of dollars of conducting a professional sales calls. Because professional sales calls, when done right, not only you are understanding the process of turning a lead into a customer, but also it's the process that it is the psychology that you need to apply in your marketing, in your content, in everything you do. If you apply that psychology that you have on the call on everything you do, then this is how you do it. This is how you do it properly, right? And so yeah, that's kind of the process. It's just somebody's watching you. They joined. It starts going to a funnel. It's a funnel, and on top of the funnel is awareness, attention. People first is grabbing people's attention, right? Once you grab their attention, then it goes to the next stage, which is after the attention is getting to know them, right? Getting more touch with them, building a relationship. Then it goes down into the funnel to the funnel until it becomes a customer. And sorry about that. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool process. Pretty cool process. It's pretty cool process, and it's very simple. And the more I do this, the more I go like, wow, I was complicating too much in the beginning. And indeed, we complicate in the beginning. We think it's too complex, but in reality, no, it's not. It's not that complex. It's more simple than what we think. It's just that we need to do these specific things in order so that we get to where we want to be. Because if we don't do that in that specific order, then it doesn't work. Because there's missing pieces. It's like a house of cards. It needs, the cards all need to be together in order to form a structure, right? It's like a recipe. It's like a cake. When you're doing a cake, you need the ingredients, right? You need all these ingredients. If one is missing, the cake won't be that good. Same way with this. You need to have all the systems in place. Not, I don't want to say the systems. I want to say more the methodology behind, so that you know what you're doing and you have the ingredients in place that gets from a cold lead that knows nothing about you, turn them into a customer in 7 days. And that's how what we teach how do people do. And we get in front of these people as fast as possible, and we put content in front of them as much as possible. And by the way, the 7 hour content rule states that you want to have about 7 hours of content consumed so somebody feels comfortable buying from you. That's why we have a system that nurtures your leads as fast as possible, so they can get to know us fast as possible, and by holding nothing back. And by the way, when I do these lives, I hold nothing back. I want to give you as much as possible, because I know that um, with this knowledge, and if you take a couple of things here and you do it for yourself, you will see results. You will see results, and that's what I want for you, because I know that as you're getting results, then you go like, oh, Fabi, I got results from this. Then man, I want to work with this guy. And yeah, it's keep it simple. Um, Keep it very simple. It's quite simple. Now, of course, if you've never done this and you have no clue on how to do this, I would highly recommend not to do it on your own, because on your own is hard. It's much harder. It will take you a long time to figure it out, because you can fail. Failing and doing mistakes can take you roads that will lead you into staying stuck for long, and procrastination, and overthinking, and jumping from one thing to another, and doing these things like that. So yeah, that is that's what's up. I really appreciate you guys coming along here and being here. I appreciate you. Feel free to leave a comment if you find that valuable. Let me know also where you're from. If you watch this on the replay, leave a hashtag replay so I know you were here. Leave a comment. I would love to get back to you. And yeah, thanks for watching, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers. Have a blessing day. Stay strong. Always believe in yourself. You got this. And let's go. Let's go get it. Cheers, and bye. Vegan t-shirts. Vegan. I got a vegan t-shirt going on. See you guys. See you.